And Happy New Year to everyone. This is going to be your first flight of the new year. We have some interesting channel announcements, just some goals that I want to set straight. And so I thought I may as well put it on a video for y'all. But may as well do a flight in the meantime. A bit of a positioning flight that we have to do for tonight's Heathrow to Baltimore. Hopefully this video is out by then. I cannot guarantee it. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get in the flight deck. We're taking the A340 today because I really want to get better at it. Though I can't. I've been trying to update the nav data and it's not working very well. Alright, let's see here. Before start... Oh, that's not... This checklist sucks. Sorry, I have a checklist here. And I'm trying to get better with using checklists, but yeah. Well, we can still use it, but it's still not great. Alright. Let's see here. External power on. Can get the batteries on now. Crew supply on. Arm the emergency lights. Set those to nav. Alright. I say it's about time to call up approach for our clearance. Lisbon Control, AirNott 36 Romeo on the ground at Lisbon. Request IFR clearance to Heathrow. We have Delta stand 504.
AirNott 36 Romeo, good morning. Lisbon approach information Delta. QNH 1013 cleared to London Heathrow via Exceeda 1 November departure. Squawk 5235.
Cleared London Heathrow as filed. Squawk 5235. QNH 1013 information Delta. The Dixa 1 November departure for AirNott 36 Romeo.
AirNott 36 Romeo, read the correct report ready.
They look to AirNott 36 Romeo. Okay. So the way I have the throttle sets for the throttle set for any 4-engine aircraft, I have 1 and 3 linked, and then I have 2 and 4 linked. Okay, that's the way I have it set for every aircraft. Sorry, every 4-engine aircraft. That's the way I have it set. So. Director, AirNott 36 Romeo, stand 504, ready for push and start.
AirNott 036 Romeo, push and start is approved, facing south.
Push and start approved, face south, AirNott 36 Romeo.
E75 QNH 1013, Aircall 23 November Papa.
Portugal 23 November Papa, read back is correct, report ready.
Alright. We can go and get APU bleed on now. Let's go ahead and take care of all these fuel pumps. We already got beacons on. Oh, look at that. We're 1 minute delayed. When that happens. Alright. Parking brake set. Alright. Ignition start. Go in 1 and 1 and 3 first. So I think the last time I actually used this thing was when we got these new throttles from Windwing. I think it was literally the last time I used this thing. Or was it? Yeah, I think it was. Is that or is on the Around the World? We've been done with Around the World now for a good few weeks. Yeah, I know, GSX still waiting on just barely begun engine start because you said it was icing conditions, GSX. Gonna try for 2 and 4 now. All right. We got 1 and 3 now. Go ahead and go ahead and get flaps full. Not quite, GSX, not quite. Alright, GSX, I can confirm we're gonna engine start now. Sorry for the delay.
Approach AirNott 23 November Papa, stand 122, request push and start.
Portugal 23 November Papa, push and start is a full facing north.
Push and start approach,
Check rudder.
Portugal 23 November Papa.
Rudder's fine. Full down. Full up. Full left. Full right. And Director AirNott 36 Romeo is ready for taxi.
AirNott 36 Romeo taxi via Mike to holding point Mike 5 runway 02.
Taxi via Mike, boarding point Mike 5, runway 02, AirNott 36 Romeo. Alright. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Parking brake release. I know exactly where we're going. Have the charts up. Flight director.
AirNott 036 Romeo surface wind 070 degrees 10 knots, runway 02 clear for takeoff.
Runway 02 clear for takeoff, AirNott 36 Romeo. Alright. Initial climb 7,000 in, flight director on. Alright. Lights are all on, final check. Yep. APU's off, check. And this guy is started, check.
Approaching 02.
By the way, we should be using a heavy call sign.
Lisbon approach, good morning. Air Portugal 69er Delta at stand 123, type 8320 with information Echo, request IFR to Luxembourg.
Portugal 69 Delta board via Lisbon approach, information Echo is current QNH
Thrust set.
1013. Clear to Luxembourg.
Man Flex 53,
via
SRS
Exida
green,
1 November
auto
departure,
thrust blue.
2277.
Roger, clear to Luxembourg via the Exida 1 November departure, runway 02, QNH 1013 and squawk 2277, Air Portugal 69er Delta.
Try to see on the
Air
advisor.
Portugal 69 Delta, repeat correct, reported.
100 knots, everything normal. Well,
Air Portugal 1736, descent to altitude 4000 feet, QNH 1013. Clear Dallas approach, runway 02.
V1 and rotate.
Descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1013 and cleared ILS 02, Air Portugal 1736.
Pilot rate gear up. Bit of a rocky takeoff. sectors. Rest over to climb. Alright.
AirNott 036 Romeo identified. Climb to flight level 240 and direct Exceeder.
Direct Exceeder, climb now, flight level 240, AirNott 36 Romeo.
AirNott 036 Romeo, nothing further, monitor advisory 122 decimal 8. Happy New Year for me.
122.8 now, AirNott 36 Romeo. Happy New Year.
Vertical to 3 November Papa.
Alright. Have to give me about 30 seconds, but in a few moments we will talk. Alright everyone, this is Editing Ryan here. So I wasn't exactly thrilled with what I filmed while we were at cruise for this year's goals. So I thought I may as well go ahead and re-record it. So I just want to go ahead and go through all these goals here that I have for this year. First things first, we are going to continue with the Baltimore Heathrow route. Now, it's going to be weird because one of the things I realized last year is that doing it on a weekly basis was not easy for me. Right, and so we're going to do 52 round trips this year. It's going to be that simple, right? So if we get behind a little, then okay, we can catch up and it still counts. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do more videos this year. It's been a minute since we last did a video. I want to say, gosh, I think the last video that went up on the channel was back in August, I want to say. We're doing more videos, and I feel like this is a good start. The next thing we're doing is more short hauls. I feel like we've been doing a fair amount of short hauls recently. But especially the AirNott tours. So I know that Grumpy's working on Around the World V2. More stuff like that. Right. Less long hauls, more short hauls. Next thing, I need to get better with using checklists. We've had a few occasions recently where I've forgotten flaps on as we were lining up on the runway, causing a small delay. Okay. We need to get better with using checklists. This year, I'm aiming for an extra 1,000 hours on VATSIM, though it's probably going to be closer to 1,500. But I want to end the year off, bare minimum, with 2,000 hours on VATSIM. Last year, we ended it off at exactly 1,000. Let's aim for another 1,000 in 2026. We'll come back to the AB9. The next thing I want to do is I want to begin VATSIM controlling. Currently on a wait list. I'm currently on a wait list. Last I checked, about 513 position. Now keep in mind that I started out at roughly 1,000. I believe roughly 1,120 back in September when I first joined the VAT UK waitlist. Okay. Anyway, that's a goal for this year. Of course, it's not up to me, so we may, when we go to evaluate this next year, we may or may not have to take. We may or may not reach that goal. But if we do begin VAT UK controlling, it'll be in the second half this year. I also want to. Another thing I want to do this year is I want to do 2 plus shorts per week. I've kind of been lacking on shorts recently, and shorts are really where the channel grows. So anyway, more shorts. Now, this year, and I might make the first step this month. I want to get a Moza AB9 because there is speculation that, well, it's not really speculation, but there is a saying out there in the flight sim community that when it comes to good side sticks, you cannot get any better than the Moza AB9, and that's because you can customize the feel of it, so you can make it feel out as realistic as you possibly can, right? Anyway, that is a goal that I'm going to probably make the first step to that within the next month. I'll keep you all updated on that goal, though. Anyway, these are the goals for this year for the flight for the channel. Back to the Lisbon to Heathrow flight. Another little note here that I want to make is, as of this morning, we are no longer Ryan Tech FS. Okay, we have dropped the name out. We have dropped the tech part out of the channel name. And there's a story behind that. And the story is, so originally when we started the channel, we started out as Ryan MCFS. Okay. We have since moved. Well, then I want to say it was April. After months of not doing any Minecraft, we moved over and we renamed the channel to Ryan Tech Fest with the intention to do a lot more stuff with tech. That never really happened. Okay. And so I thought, you know what, instead of screwing around with the middle part, let's drop the tech part from the name entirely. Right? And so we are now Ryan FS. Now, there's a downside to that. The downside is that someone does actually own the Ryan FS channel handle. Okay, and I reached out to them via YouTube comment asking if there's a way that we could arrange something to where I could take over the channel handle, and they have not gotten back to me. It is an inactive account, unfortunately. Right, but I just want to make this crystal clear. That is their property. They have every right to say no. They have every right not to respond to me. Okay, anyway, we have renamed the channel to Ryan FS Official / Ryan FS, essentially dropping out any middle part. Going forward, the new YouTube channel handle is Ryan FS Official. So I just wanted to clear that up. We have Tango. We have Tango now. Alright, so we're going to take a look at this arrival. We are on the Roxhog 1 Hotel, which calls for 130 level Hazel. Then, of course, 70 level Arkham Max 220. Alright. See here. Damn, they've come a long way. Got an American 777. Alright. Heathrow traffic, AirNott 36 Romeo, beginning descent now, flight level 130, level by Hazel. Inbound on the Roxhog 1 Hotel for Heathrow traffic. Heathrow traffic, AirNott 36 Romeo, descending now, altitude 5,000 feet. Currently in a right downwind for the ILS approach, runway 27 right, Heathrow traffic. Heathrow traffic, AirNott 36 Romeo, and all localizer established, ILS approach, runway 27 right, switching over to tower frequency now 118.505. We are speed 16 knots until probably about a 5 mile final. Heathrow traffic.
Line up runway 27 left.
Lining up runway 27 left, 366.
Alright, go and get the landing clearance in a moment. Kind of want to get a bit of a late landing clearance. Don't know why that's being weird. Tower AirNott 36 Romeo is with you, fully established now. ILS approach 27 right.
AirNott 36 Romeo, Heathrow Tower, good afternoon. Surface wind 270 degrees, 9 knots, runway 27 right, clear to land.
Runway 27 right, clear to land. AirNott 36 Romeo.
Swiss 66, monitor Unicorn 122 decimal 8, goodbye.
Monitoring Unicorn
My
1,
controls.
2, that's my 8. Have a nice day, 366.
You too.
My controls.
Approaching 27 right.
Saudi 1225, Sierra 1, line up runway 27 left.
Fly 019 up runway 27 left, Saudi 122.
Noted. A little high. Noted. Continue approach, stable approach, runway inside cleared to now.
Hello again, Papa and Bravo, holding.
Continue.
Village Papa Heathrow Tower, good afternoon. Taxi Bravo, link to 8 Alpha, hold November Bravo to Echo.
Bravo, link to 8 Alpha, November Bravo to Echo.
That was hard. Roll out. Got 4 in reverse. That was a little early and a little firm. Not gonna lie about that. Alright, we had 4 in reverse there.
KLM 1008, contact Heathrow ground 121.705, see you soon.
Singapore 93 whiskies on final runway 255.
Singapore 2, pressure 2193 Whiskey Heathrow Tower, good afternoon. Continue approach runway 27 right, surface winds 270 degrees, 9 knots.
Continue approach to 25 right, Singapore 93 whiskey.
AirNott 36 Romeo left, Bravo, contact Heathrow ground 121.705, goodbye.
Second left Bravo, ground 121.705, AirNott 36 Romeo. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Saudi 122, runway 27 left, surface wind 270 degrees, 9 knots, clear for takeoff.
KLM 108, Heathrow ground, hello, cleared to Amsterdam Schiphol. Brooklands Park 7 Golf departure, squawk 2727.
Alright, news.
KLM 108,
Taxi.
correct.
Ground AirNott 36 Romeo just vacated 27 right.
AirNott 36 Romeo, Heathrow ground, hello, taxi left Bravo. Lima, stand 244.
Bravo, Lima, stand 244, AirNott 36 Romeo.
Scandinavian 50.
So just a few quick notes before I go ahead and leave y'all for the rest of your lovely day. Thank y'all so much for your support for last year, especially throughout around the world, and throughout the recent Heathrow-Baltimore routes. And then I also just want to thank everyone now for tuning in to today's little video. Like I said, I hope to do a lot more of these entering into the new year. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all later in tonight's Heathrow to Baltimore. So long.